It's Taste the Review with Reggie Hawkins, and you know I have the honor of having an eclectic with me, an anomaly.
Thank you.
You know, a person that's really, really, as my friend Josh would say, out the box.
Thank
you.
you.
I'm really happy that he came in full regalia. Ben Reilly, see how you feeling, sir?
Pleasure to meet you.
All right.
Pleasure.
The pleasure's all mine.
Yeah.
You know, and it's great that we came during Fashion Week. I don't think that you came to Fashion Week for the clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you came for the art.
Today, I think I'm gonna be Ben Reilly though.
Okay, we've been Reilly.
Yeah, we've been Reilly.
But Heroman might pop out at any time.
Yeah.
I thought about this before the interview. I'm like, yo, a lot of people come for the clothes and all of this stuff like that. But when you are immersed in the art of a true artist, you can kind of see that they come for the art.
For sure.
Am I right about that?
Absolutely. I think there's, in my personal opinion, when I like to come to Fashion Week, I like to I try my best to make it to like shows and pop-ups and really observe the art of the clothes, because I think there's a lot of art in clothes.
Bet.
I think there's like things that fashion designers do. I think there's practical fashion and impractical fashion that I really like, and I like the impractical stuff where they're like doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff that's like you would not wear that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like you can only wear that on the runway, but it just looks really cool. But as an artist, that's something that I'm interested in. I like to see what cool stuff and creative ways people could change a jacket. You know what I'm saying? So for sure. Yeah.
I went to the new school. My grad program was at the new school.
Okay.
And I thought that the new school, I just went because a friend of mine did the media course. Let me do media leadership as well.
For sure.
I didn't know that Parsons was like the second leading fucking fashion school
Parsons
in the world.
Lit.
So when I found that out, when I was on campus, and motherfuckers is walking around with the most craziest, exotic, insane styles, it blew my mind. Yeah,
no. So like the first Fashion Week I actually been to, I went to this fashion show. It was Parsons, and they did some crazy stuff. People hanging from like little like cloths and stuff. Like the way they set up the seats was like an infinity symbol. It was like a whole thing. It was insane.
It's fearless.
Yeah. I loved it.
Yeah. So before we get to the music, tell me about this picture.
So with that picture, I was going through like a shift of like how I wanted to present myself as like a hero, right? And the original idea was like I wanted to make like just being like a regular black man a hero. White tee, baggy jeans, maybe some Forces, maybe some Timbs, boots, whatever, jewelry, and then a red cape or a black superhero mask. It then transformed into me saying, okay, one, sometimes the mask can be impractical, right? It can be difficult for me to like wear, maneuver. I tried to do on the radar one time with the mask and do like a Clark Kent type thing, and it just wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I was like, I wonder how can I like transform this hero thing into a more practical thing. So one of the things I wanted to do was flip flags. Like take the American flag, maybe take the New York state flag, Georgia state flag, and stuff like that. And like, I had this really cool idea that I'm gonna do whenever we tour is I'm gonna wear flags of the city I'm in every time I perform. And
remember when Hov and them guys were doing a Hard Knock Life tour that they did different jerseys?
Exactly, to that same effect, you know. And
but you know, here's the fucked up part. Everybody ain't gonna know they state flag.
Right. No, they not. So, but that's
what
that's
that
cool.
nigga got on.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
your flag, nigga.
That's y'all shit. But like, that's where that idea came from, right? Because I was like, okay, cool. I also have these moments where like I love this country, but like this country is also like, this country, we've been dealt a bad hand by this country in a lot of cases. So I was like, I'm gonna reinvent the flag design. Right? You know what I'm saying? So like, are you familiar with Homelander from The Boys?
No.
So like Homelander is like this Superman archetype meets like Captain America archetype with the flag as a cape. So I was trying to do, but he's like he's the best superhero, but he's an evil piece of shit. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to flip that and be like, okay, one, I'm gonna make this shit look fly. Mm-hmm. Two, I want to flip it and make it look like the good guy can wear this flag and like make it stand for something good.
You bet.
So that's where my perspective is.
Well, you know what? And this is your interview, and I hate mentioning other artists on artists' interview or even making comparisons. Mm-hmm. You know, I thought it was a statement when Big Boy and Andre 3000 got behind the quote unquote American flag, but it was black and white, and they were in subsequent pictures in that same shoot. They were recreating the representation of the flag as well. Exactly. And just by the color itself, it symbolized to me. It symbolized the other side of the American quote unquote dream.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when I see you in this picture, in like it's a piece of art in the sense of the flag is wrapped around your waist. Mm-hmm. There's a chair on your back. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It feels like like not a real artsy shit gets it. Like you're hunching over, like there's a burden. Yeah. Like the chair is red, symbolizing red always symbolizes blood to me, and that type of thing. So like I'm just looking deep into this whole imagery.
I love that.
And also on your cover art, for Freelance.
Okay. That was a very, very.
I said, let me look at this, because first how you just glance over cover art a little bit. I said, hold on, this motherfucker's tied up, and there's birds around him. And then Freelance Charlie, it's the birds on your hand. One hand is loose, whereas the first one your hands are tied. You're very intentional about imagery, extremely. Right? Tell me about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So with the Freelance cover in particular, right? The whole concept of like that cover is supposed to be north, south, east, west, right? So the directions on like a compass or whatever are known as the cardinal directions. Bet. Right? So on the album, on that project, I don't like to call it an album, I like to call it a mixtape. I do these songs called character tracks. And the first appearance of a character track is on Freelance, and it's the Redbird song. Mm-hmm. So on that project, I'm establishing myself as one of the red cardinal birds. Bet. So on that front cover, I'm sitting in that chair, and I'm gonna explain the rope and stuff too. But just the birds. The blue is supposed to represent the sky. Bet. You got the one bird on top of my head, you got one behind me, one in the front, and then me in the middle. It's supposed to be 4 birds. Cardinal directions, north, south, east, west. That's one angle of it. The second angle is because I'm saying I'm a bird. I'm the red bird, whatever. Okay. Second angle of it is, and you can see it by like the intros and interludes and outro, where it's like no strings this, no strings that. Dot. Exactly, right? So with that, it's me basically, so me being tied up, I kind of wanted a way to kind of symbolize like there were strings at one point, and I'm no longer like tethered to my former self. So it's really a project about my transformation into like stepping further into my manhood, if you will. Bet. So yeah.
Artwork just made me stop. Yeah. And said, hold up, there's something really deeper about this that I'm not catching that I want to ask when we sit down.
And just the whole project as a whole, one is one of the easiest pieces of work I've ever made. I made that project in like 2 months. And it's 13 tracks, 28 minutes. That's on purpose as well. So during COVID, we was talking about COVID off camera. Yeah. During COVID, I made this project maybe the first 2-3 months of COVID. In Atlanta, COVID was a little different. I heard. There was a brief lockdown. It wasn't even really like a lockdown, but I was going through it. You know what I'm saying? So during that time, I would take jogs every morning, every single morning, jogs. And it became like a routine for me. So now I run every day, right? And I would run miles. On my runs, I would continue to see these red cardinal birds. And I'll just be like, yo, like, why these birds keep sticking out to me? Eventually, I took it upon myself to be like, all right, why do I keep seeing these birds? So I Googled it. Yo, what does it mean if I like keep seeing these red cardinal birds? So I saw like one of the meanings was like, it represents peace, freedom, it also represents a loved one who passed, who's no longer with you, right? And I looked at these and I was like, okay, word. So like, maybe that's why I always feel at ease when I see them, right? I always feel like a little bit better. Eventually, I continue to see them and I become a little obsessive about it. Like, so I got tattooed on me and everything, you know? I got obsessive about it and I was like, okay, well, I want to research these cardinal birds. Like, what's their like, not behavior, exactly. So I then learned that the red cardinal bird is the male, the brown bird
with the red breast.
Yes.
The big, okay.
Yeah. The all red.
Oh,
the all red
okay.
one is the male. Then the female bird is the brown one with the red
breast,
chest.
Okay.
Yep. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna make the red bird song about me, and I'm gonna make the brown bird song about a love interest. So on that project, you have red bird, brown bird. I stated that it was 13 tracks, 28 minutes. Another thing that I learned, it's been a minute. I might be a little shaky on it, but it was, I learned that the longest that red cardinal birds lived in like captivity was like 13 years or something like that, or 13 months or something. And the longest they lived in freedom was like 28 years or something to that degree. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna challenge myself to make a 13 track project and it has to stop at 28 minutes.
Bet.
So that's Freelance.
Yeah. Speaking of Freelance, Ace High, love that record.
Appreciate it.
She likes my deep pockets.
Appreciate it. Thank you. I think that's one of my favorite ones.
I love visually thinking about that song.
Okay, word. Yeah.
You know? And ironically, because you said it, not because you said it, but because it's just in my notes, the Redbird song.
Okay.
And I like the line. I might fuck it up a little bit, but
it's cool.
It says, Tonight
I bring a fight, not even Mike can endure, but I assure you like an osseous floors. My teeth porcelain white, I wouldn't bite you if I wanted to, boy.
Then give me the Shakespeare line.
I only hear the Shakespeare's. I'm like a Montague, boy.
I love that. Yo, man.
I'm here sitting like a show go. I ain't rapped that in a while.
But no. But I'm saying I just love the fact that your wordplay.
Thank you.
The way people incorporate certain things, like fucking Shakespeare. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And then, of course, we being in Brooklyn, say, oh shit, Canarsie, and they call it Canarsie the floss.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I caught all that, you know what I'm saying?
Teeth, porcelain,
floss, yeah. I think that all of those things, like an old friend of mine, that everybody went back and listened to all those other things when they got the world's attention. Right, I think that same exact thing is going to happen. For sure. Because and I wouldn't even take exception to the fact that everybody may not have heard everything yet.
Right. Because
they're going to go back on the Charlie Project, the Freelance Charlie Project, agenda.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh man, agenda. Shit, you use a word in there.
Charcuterie?
Charcuterie. What the fuck is charcuterie?
You know a charcuterie board with all the the meat and the cheese and all that on the board.
I went back and figured that out. What I'm saying, once again, just to have the wherewithal to use those type of words and have the audacity and the courage to do your own thing. And like you said, there's a narrative in these projects where it's like, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't.
Right.
But this is my art.
Right.
Am I right about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I just explain.
These are movies.
For sure. Yeah.
These are movies more than songs.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. And when it came to me making the music, I just broke down what it meant to you.
Yeah.
You probably didn't know what that meant. And that's cool.
I tried.
Yeah, no, and that's cool. That's something that I did for me. You know what I mean? And it's I tried my best to make the music just listenable for people to just be like, yo, I like this guy's
But
music.
You know what? I like the fact that you said, fuck it, I'm not dumbing it down.
Yeah,
Go
for sure.
figure it out.
For sure, yeah.
And you know who that's reminiscent of?
Who?
One of the people that you said was your influence.
Okay.
Who I'm a super big fan.
Okay.
Prince.
Yeah, absolutely.
In France, skinny man.
Yeah.
Big disease with a little name. I had to rewind fucking Sign of the Times like 30 times
Absolutely.
to understand everything.
Right.
You feel me? He didn't dumb down the art.
Right.
He did Play in the Sunshine. He didn't fucking dumb. You figure it out.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know.
It's a fact. You really do have to be on top of your stuff. Like really, really and truly.
To God be the glory, man.
Yeah.
Now let me tell you, the most singlest, that radio single song that you made is "Don't Lose the Plot."
Okay, word.
Have you ever heard the Coffee Brown song "The After Party"? Don't stop till the music stops. Rock. I said this song reminds me of fucking Coffee Brown's "The After Party."
Yeah.
This is probably your most singlest, like, boy meets girl, boy entices girls type of song, as opposed to all of the intricacies.
For sure.
Tell me what went into the process of making Don't Lose the Plot.
All right, so I'm
great video, by the way.
Thank you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I made the song.
Talk to me.
How it places into my project and how the song is out.
Mm-hmm.
First reason I made the song is because someone straight up was just like told me like, yo, you can't write songs. It was like straight up was just like, yo, you need a ghostwriter. You can't write songs. So I was like, I bet. I wrote that song in an hour and then sent it back to them, and they was like, oh, all right, like, my fault.
Right?
Yeah, like
that was all?
My fault. Like, I stand corrected, right? And truth be told, I loved the song. Like, from the second I made it, I loved it. I did a couple revisions. I added that like sit back, slide in it part, because that wasn't on the original version. I added that because I wanted to make like a hooky part. I felt like it, like without that, it felt a little too wordy.
Yeah.
And I think that was a good part to break up. And I was gonna let it sit on my hard drive for 2 years. But Kyle, he was like, yeah, shout out Kyle, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, you gotta put this out.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, it's like, I'm trying to put out the album. Ooh. He's like, put on the album. So then I reworked the song again to make it fit into the context of the project. And truth be told, adding it to the context of my project, it really like, it makes it flow way better.
Okay.
Transition wise, so like, due to that, we ended up like going like full force. Like, nah, we really got to push this and like give it a lot of attention. Outside
of the end of the song, when you kind of slow it down, it doesn't have all of the theatrical transitions, you know. Yeah. But it has some, with, you know, with the girlfriend, with the girls' friends.
Oh yeah. I know that's right.
I know that, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. But for the most part, like some of your other songs, the transitions and all of the beat changes and stuff like that. So I can understand, you know, the happy medium between, you know, the people that your supporters and you as an artist. Because sometimes motherfuckers got to push artists to be like, you know, bro, just give me this.
Yeah, no, but that's literally what it was. It was like, yo, like, just give us a song that feels like a single. Yeah. So, and I'm glad it feels that way. You know.
No. This is a straight vibe song.
Perfect.
This is DJs play this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
This is day party shit.
For sure.
You feel
absolutely.
me?
Yeah.
Brunch shit.
I was
two-step shit.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as I heard the beat, I wanted to do something that felt like my version of like a Hov and Pharrell song.
Bet.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was aiming for, but like my way. You dig? So yeah.
No, this definitely a vibe. And then we go into like I like the precursor to the project. Walk Before You Fly.
Okay.
All right. Now you're gonna have to help me with this because I just think that these lyrics, the way you did the whole I'm dreading my condition.
On some head and shoulder shit.
Remember that?
Yeah, okay.
Load the clip. I'm a superhuman.
Who want war with him?
Keep going.
Bold shit, baby. Give me face like an
exfoliant.
Yeah.
Cream of the
crop. Mama the kid retired. That bitch old as shit. Man, who hot? Fuck it, let's even the odds. I got ownership.
Boom.
Yeah. I'm glad you fuck with that.
Nah. I like I'm saying, I like the wordplay. And you have a bunch of rewindable shit that you hold up, what the fuck? Exfoliant. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna ask you what's your writing process.
Okay.
But when you walk through life, it just feels like people like you see shit different.
Okay.
To say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna put camera lens, Kodak, you know, like Is that, how do you see words, if that makes sense?
Nah, so that's hard to explain.
Bet.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, I write based off my experiences and how they like meant to me.
Mm-hmm.
But how I walk through life and get inspired, I don't know, I just see things for what they are, I guess, and how I feel about them. In terms of that song, truthfully, that song started out as a freestyle. You know, J. Cole. J. Cole has this thing where he had this song to Kendrick Lamar called 7 Minute Drill. But the song itself was like, the title of the song 7 Minute Drill is the actual practice that like people like him do.
Okay.
Right? And it's like, try to make a song in 7 minutes. Producer, you make a beat in 7 minutes, I make the rhymes in 7 minutes.
It's like writer's camp shit.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was doing a camp for my project. There's a bunch of producers and we just locked in for a week. And one of my homies pulled up, his name Power Pleasant.
He came here.
Yeah, that's the bro. Yeah, that's my bro. So like we were working on like just a bunch of ideas. And I ain't gonna lie, I started to get a little burnout.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just like nothing sticking. And then we was like, yo, let's just like run these drills. Like I heard J. Cole talk about them. Let's try it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he started playing the beat. He started making the beat. And it was like, the beat was low key. Like it was different. It was like piano chords. It wasn't like rock starry vibe like it was at first. And I just went in the booth and I freestyled for like 7 minutes. And most of what the song is, at the very least, skeleton wise, is what you hear. For me, I was like, I need a good like opening line. Mm-hmm. And someone on my team was like, yo, like, you like Future, reference a Future song. And like right before they said that, I think I was bumping Itching. We was talking about Itching. Like
my fingers.
They itching. And, you know, and he has that lyric. Yeah. My mama said, fuck it, nigga, hit the streets and live. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do that, but for me. So my mama said, fuck the streets, I raised a different kid, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, I ain't shot in no streets. Yeah. I done did what I, you know what I mean? But like, it's true to my reality. Mm-hmm. I ain't no street dude. You know what I'm saying? So like, I approached it that way, and that's what the song became.
Part of my growing up in this culture was Tribe Called Quest, mm-hmm. the abstract, mm-hmm. the, you know what I'm saying? You know, like those guys just putting similar images like you're putting together.
For sure. You know, I appreciate that.
Bust on your couch now, I got Siemens furniture. Yeah, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and once again, if you don't know Siemens,
pause,
right. in New York as a furniture store, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta do all of the fucking,
for sure. That's a fact. Yeah.
But yeah, man, let me tell you, Happy New Year's just brought me back to New Year's in Brooklyn.
Yeah, that was the inspiration.
Honestly speaking,
mm-hmm.
it's kind of I don't know if it was the intent, but it's a conscious song mm-hmm. about the violence outside.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was.
You know what I'm saying? And I just remember on New Year's Day when they're doing a fucking countdown in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. I was living in Crown Heights, Brooklyn.
I was living in Brownsville.
Crown Heights, Brooklyn. You had to be in your bathroom mm-hmm. until about, I say 12:30 when the motherfucker, because motherfuckers used to
shoot in the air, yeah.
You know, and that type of thing.
That's why, get down.
Yeah. Once again, I told you, man.
Yeah, that's right.
In Osborne Park, mm-hmm. I number one, I didn't, as much as I think I know Brooklyn, right, for living there for 13 years. Mm-hmm. There's always something new to learn about this goddamn city. I didn't know that there was a fucking Osborne Park.
Osborne Playground. I just called it Park for the rhyme.
Well, you know, I had to Google the shit.
Yeah.
And the whole deal is it's like a classic coming of age mm-hmm. Tale. Mm-hmm. Whereas, you know, you going on the park, you might get jumped, you make your friends, you're inducted. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Or that type of thing in that environment. Tell me about that song. Great video. Amazing fucking video.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
The way you did that train shit, amazing.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man. With the song, I ain't gonna lie, there was like maybe like 7, 8 different versions of that song before I actually landed on that one.
But
It's inspired by 3 different things. So it's inspired by one, obviously the block I'm from, Osborne Street. It's also inspired by not only my first fight, but also like the first time I got jumped, right? And like just the merit. Like I'm not a fighting ass nigga, but I've been in a lot of fights.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like so. It's about just the different stories between New York and Atlanta too, because I talked about like some Atlanta stuff too.
Did you do the school bus thing in Atlanta?
I did school bus. I did city bus in New York, but I did school bus in Atlanta. Yeah,
Nigga, the school bus, when they tell you after school we get off the bus.
Oh yeah. That was. Yeah,
it's so funny.
That was the thing.
This whole fucking mental health shit that they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the goddamn anxiety.
Yeah.
When we get off this motherfucking school bus, you sitting there for fucking 20 minutes on a school bus ride
with somebody that want to
kick your ass.
Exactly.
Man.
Yeah.
But that you brought me back to all of those.
For sure.
All of those like coming of age days with that particular record, man.
I appreciate that. That's what I was going for. For me, it was shaping. You know what I'm saying? It really did shape my reality because it's like I didn't have my dad there, so like I had to really learn like, okay, how I'm gonna stand up for myself. What a man really like, you know what I mean? So, and I feel like that's part of it. You got to learn you got to know how to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, once again, me and you in the same boat. Like, who teaches you all of this, all of these norms, defense, and all that shit like that when your dad's not there?
Exactly. My mom's was super integral. My grandfather too. And
my uncles.
Yeah, exactly. Uncles, cousins. You know, you don't want to be no sucker.
Yeah.
You know, like
and then my mother was just a fucking terrorist. Take your ass back out there.
Oh yeah.
They kicked your ass, go back out there and get your ass kicked again. And oh my God.
Nah, so I'll say my mom's was actually not that bad with that. She was like, cause she understood like sometimes you win some, you lose some, you know. But she definitely like would definitely get on me like, hey, you can't let nobody punk you. Yeah. You know, but like, yeah.
So how this Atlanta, Brooklyn thing work in your life?
Like how did I get there?
Yeah.
All right, so
being so transient.
So originally, me and my family, we from Brooklyn. After the towers fell, my mother, she wanted to move. So we moved to Maryland for like 6 months. Then we moved to Atlanta for like 2 years. Then we moved back to New York. And then around like high school, I moved back to Atlanta. And I would spend summers in New York. And then
it was it's like the reverse opposite of a Brooklyn kid story where they send the Brooklyn kid to go with your country grandmother and them down there.
But I would do that sometimes.
Okay.
I would do that sometimes. But my grandmother and my grandfather, they both country. Yeah. My grandmother from South Carolina, my grandfather from Mississippi, rest in peace. They met on my block, Osborne, and that's how my whole family started, right? But like, moved to Atlanta, I would spend summers in New York, and then I would just like after I graduated, I would just come out here like 3-4 times a year, and then COVID happened, and then it slowed up. But then music happened, and now I'm out here like a bunch of times whenever I can. So
I guess I was just into the wrong comic heroes.
Okay, yeah.
Like everybody's cool. Captain America, Spider-Man. I was Conan.
He's a Conan, like the Barbarian?
Conan the Barbarian.
Okay.
And I used to collect, well, I still have him in my house, the Savage Sword of Conan.
Okay.
And it was Power Man and Iron Fist.
Okay. Luke Cage. Okay.
Yeah, but I had Power Man and Iron Fist. He was Luke Cage first.
Luke Cage first.
Then it was Power Man and Iron Fist.
Then it was Heroes for Hire.
Yeah. And plus, I used to like it because it was black. He was in Harlem. But you know, like, so what became your fascination with you know
comics? So
and these alter egos of yours.
So I got into comic books because of my grandfather.
Okay.
So when we were still living in New York, my grandfather would come home from work with the paper. The paper had the funnies in them. It had the comic strips. But also there was a period in time where the paper had like a Spider-Man comic attached to it. Maybe they were promoting a movie or something at the time, but they had an actual.
Always had. I don't know what the fuck this lock. Spider-Man always had a lock on him.
Yeah,
like that little strip and
so they had an actual like Spider-Man comic book attached to the paper. Or maybe he would just sneak it in there because he liked comics too. So we like back in the day, my grandfather had a crate full of comics, and we had like a crackhead cousin like steal it or something. But like he's always been into that type of stuff, westerns, kung fu movie, all that. Like my grandfather had me on all that type of stuff. So like he would bring the paper home with the comics in it, and I would just be obsessed. And eventually he got me into collecting. I started collecting, and then that grew into me being like just really, really obsessed with like the idea of like an alter ego, a secret identity, a superhero that's like to the world like this icon, but alone at home. He's just a regular person going through like bills, evictions, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So that stuff that I just seen, I was just like, man, I think that's like really cool. And I think there's a level of like fantastical, but also a level of realism that just really like I was drawn to, you know?
Like on this level, on the interview level, it's crazy because it's like when I get to sit with people and then I go to a concert.
You get to see different versions of them. Exactly.
It's really like some superhero shit. It's like, holy shit, we were just sitting there, this motherfucker talking, we having some cheap wine.
And then they go come alive.
And this motherfucker here, poof, the floor comes up.
Yeah, I love things like that. I think that's really dope. So that's how I got super into the whole superhero thing. So,
yeah. I'm just super fascinated to where God is going to take your career. But like, what do you want out of this thing? Like, what type of impact do you want to have in this culture?
Well, of course, I want like first things first. I want to make sure my words are always heard clearly. I want to make sure my feelings are always heard clearly. I want to make sure, I don't care if it's 1, 100, 1,000, 1 million. I want people to listen. And I want people to like hear what I've been through and honestly hear me for me. You know, no pretentious shit. No pretentious, no comparisons, not like, like this has been, right? This is Nari, that's my government, right? I want people to hear that music and say, okay, I identify with him. Even if I don't identify with his struggle or what he went through, I could say this guy's damn good, you know? Apart from that, obviously I want a myriad of success, whether it's accolade or whatever accolades I can get, you know, in my lifetime, or sell whatever I can sell in my lifetime. But I really do see a big future for myself. I want to put my best foot forward the best way I can.
When I meet people like you, you know, like some people do one thing or two things great, you know, and then other people like, God damn, this guy could start a fashion line. Or when you look at your visuals, okay, does this motherfucker have a movie in his head?
For sure. Every time I write a song, I think about how I'm gonna perform it and how the video will look. Yeah. Every time I write a song.
So boom, it's stylistically, it's visually, it's musically, and all of those things. So it's like, you know, you've heard that term, you know, concentrate on one, keep the main thing. How the fuck do we tell people like you who have a myriad of main things to keep that main thing the main thing?
You don't.
You don't?
You don't. Yeah, you just you gotta let the creatives create. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes. I'm very, very hands-on with my visuals, right? Shout out Jacob Rink, that's my brother, right? Yeah. I can't do it without him, you know what I'm saying? But like, I come up with my visual concept, we sit there, we might edit together, we'll come up with the shot list together, we'll come up with the angles together, whatever the case is. But like, I don't think you can't tell nobody that, you know what I'm saying? Like, growing up, I wanted to be a comic book artist. And I opted out for a rapper, but I could still draw my ass off, you know? Yeah. So I could cook. That's something that I'm very passionate about. So there's things that like, there's something in the future for me to do. I want to direct and act and, you know, write scripts and things like that. So it's like,
I so see it, bro.
Yeah. So it's like, you can't, it's hard to just be confined to one space.
From your discography so far, what can they expect, you know, from Saved?
Saved.
And why that title?
Okay. So when I chose my name,
powerful word.
Thank you. I appreciate it. When I chose the title Save, I chose the title Save like as a teenager. Whenever I named myself Ben Reilly, because Ben Reilly's a comic book character, right? So whenever I named myself Ben Reilly, I immediately had the idea of this ad-lib called Save. Like if you go, I was a part of this group called Abstract Media. If you go search up Abstract Media songs, specifically on SoundCloud, you can hear stuff from 2015 where I like the hook, I'm just screaming Save the entire time.
Yeah.
That's been my thing since then, since I chose this name. And I had a long, like, just sit down with myself where I'm like, okay, that's my ad-lib. My name is Ben Reilly. I've been through a lot in my life. Eventually I want to tell my life story, and I want it to be like a comic book. And I want to call it Save. I knew that from way back when, you know? And I kind of went through life, and I was like, but I always was like very strict, like, it has to be my debut album. That's why I don't call Freelance and Freelance Charlie albums. They're mixtapes. I want my debut album to be about my story and be about things that like are important to me in my life and my family and stuff like that, you know? And that's why I named it Save. Okay. It's my superhero origin
because you know,
story.
like that name, that word has a
absolutely
has a lot of powerful connotations associated with it. So I wanted to get into that. So you know, my last question is, you know, this whole journey. You know, you look at your journey, and most people ask people, what would they tell their 16-year-old selves? That's not the question. The question is, the question is, what would you tell your future self about this moment that you're in now?
Right. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Proud of you.
I'm proud of you. It's all worth it. It was all worth it.
I'm proud of you because it was all worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
All the bullshit, all the
hurt,
doubts,
everything.
all of the hurt,
it was all worth it.
All that I put into this music.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you because it was all worth it.
Yeah.
Man, it's scary. Your future's scary, bro. I'm dead ass. I mean, it's scary. It's, you know, like
that's scary.
Man, like I tell you, I could tell you 1,000 stories. About the great folks. You know, and I'm not gonna say people's name, but I just remember sitting down with this person and actually eating Jamaican food with this person. And this person was as eclectic as you are. He was a little bit more boisterous than you are. He still is. You know what I'm talking about. He still is boisterous.
Got you.
But he was as creative as you are in that type of thing. And I kind of, it's scary to see the heights that he achieved. And I look forward to where you're gonna go, man. Tell them all your socials and all that stuff like that, how they can reach you. Save Ben Reilly, SaveBenReilly. You can find me everywhere at that. On streaming platforms, music related stuff. Ben Reilly, BenReilly. Man. It's been a pleasure. Oh, Save song. Saved. Yeah. Saved. Yeah. Save. Yeah. Well, exclamation point. Hey man, thank you so much. I appreciate your time, man. Thank you, brother. It's Revue Reggie Hawkins on Taste. Let's take some flicks, bro. Cool.